Banks face risks every day. These risks can hurt profits or even sink the whole bank. That's why managing risk is so important. Think of the periodic table of risk as a bank's secret weapon. Just like a chemist uses the periodic table, bankers can use this tool. It helps them identify and manage all sorts of risks. This keeps their money and our money safe. Banks use it to categorize risks and figure out which are the scariest. And they use it to make plans to deal with those risks. Think of it like this. You wouldn't climb Mount Everest without the right gear, right? Managing risk for a bank is like gearing up for a climb. You need the right tools and strategies to reach the top, which in this case is a secure and profitable banking system. The periodic table of risk helps banks do just that. It brings all the potential dangers together. This way, nothing is overlooked. Let's break down the periodic table of risk. The first category is financial risk. Are loans being repaid? Are investments doing well? These are financial risks that banks must manage. Next up, operational risk. Are employees following the rules? Is the technology secure? These risks can disrupt operations and cost money. Then there's strategic risk. Is the bank making smart decisions for the future? Are they keeping up with the competition? Bad strategy can be costly in the long run. Finally, we have external risk. Think natural disasters, economic downturns, and even pandemics. By dividing risks into these categories, banks get a clearer picture. They can see all the challenges in front of them. This is the first step towards managing those risks effectively. Categorizing risks is like sorting puzzle pieces. It makes the big picture easier to understand and manage. This systematic approach is what makes the periodic table of risks so powerful. Identifying risks is just the first step. Banks need to figure out which risks are the most dangerous. That's where risk assessment comes in. Banks use a technique called heat mapping. They assign colors to each risk based on how likely it is to happen and how bad the damage would be. Red means danger, possible default. Yellow means proceed with caution. Green means looking good. This visual representation helps banks prioritize. They know to focus on the red zones first. Those are the risks that could really hurt. Think of it like a doctor checking a patient's vital signs. Heat mapping does the same thing for banks. It helps them see what needs immediate attention. Once the risks are prioritized, banks can start developing strategies. They can decide how much money to set aside for potential losses. They can invest in new technologies to improve security. This proactive approach is what sets successful banks apart from the rest. They understand that in the world of finance, fortune favors the prepared. Let's talk solutions. The periodic table of risk helps banks develop strategies. These strategies are all about minimizing those nasty red zones we talked about. Take cybersecurity, for example. It's a huge risk in today's digital world. Banks are investing heavily in cybersecurity measures. They're building stronger firewalls. They're training employees to spot phishing scams. Banks also conduct stress tests. They simulate different scenarios, like a market crash or a natural disaster. This helps them see how their strategies would hold up under pressure. And then there's scenario planning. Banks imagine different what-if situations. By planning for these scenarios, banks can minimize the damage. With the right preparation and risk management strategies, they can sail through storms and come out stronger on the other side.